Hey guys, welcome to the class. Thank you for tuning in. Warm welcome from Clockwork Courtyard as well. We're inside today. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good one. This class is going to be short and sweet. It's going to be kind of slow, and it's going to be kind of not too challenging. Chaturangas, none of them. We're going to drop our knees. We're going to keep things relatively stress-free. And hopefully it should be a nice little practice to do first thing in the morning. Maybe if you want to just kind of stretch things out, loosen up, get ready for the day ahead, this hopefully will be the one for you. As always guys, if you have any questions, comments, feedback, please feel free to kind of drop a message below or get in touch over on Instagram. My handle is Mr. Collyman, of course. And yeah, hope you enjoy the next half an hour guys. So we're going to start in a child's pose. So if you want to make your way there, I suggest sitting on top of your shins and maybe bring the big toes to touch behind you and then play around with your knees. Sweep them wide, sweep them together. Notice what kind of foundation you want before you head on down. And then extend your arms. Maybe you prefer your arms down by your sides, whatever feels good for you, but wherever you are, let your head deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. Maybe a couple of times. Each time you exhale, try and bring a softness to your body, particularly shoulders, jaw, hips, any area that might need a little bit of kind of tension release. Inhale through the nose and let it out through the mouth. And then with the eyes closed, let's just take a moment here in our child's pose to settle into the class, settle into the space of your mat. Notice all kind of four corners of it. Notice the space that your body is occupying. And as you do so, just start to paint a little picture about how your body's feeling. That overall feeling of where your body is at today. Notice any kind of overriding emotional feeling as well. Maybe where your head is at or what kind of mood you're in. And perhaps try and take a step away from whatever that is or wherever that is. And let's just focus on the body for the next 30 or so minutes. Keeping our attention locked into it. And let's start that process by focusing on the breath first. Let's use the breath as the main kind of contact point for our attention. So for the next minute or two, let's focus on nothing else but the breath. Taking your time to notice both inhale and exhale. Taking your time to have a little think about the quality of your breath, whether it is quick or slow, whether it is strong or soft, and also where you're breathing. Just make an effort to make sure that the inhalations are going down into the depths of your belly. And make a concerted effort to follow the exhale all the way out of your body too. Taking just 4 or 5 more breaths to smooth, to soften, and to slow the breath down. Making sure that you start this class in a place that feels grounded, both physically and mentally. And then just gently bringing some movement into it. So I suggest starting with your fingertips. And just take them a little bit further down the mat. So your arms are nice and long. Let's keep the forehead down on the ground for now. And then start to curl the upper body up to a kind of standing pose. We're lifting the head, lifting the chest. Once the head comes high, lift your arms too. And then maybe take the gaze up towards your hands. Let's sweep the arms and the upper body straight away back down to the ground. Head goes onto the mat. rise, crown of the head goes high. As you reach tall, let's lift up the arms. Last thing to move, gaze up towards hands. And then take a slow exhale to reverse the process. Allow the head. Lift the body slowly, feel the spine loosen, and then lift up the arms. Reach up high with the sides of your upper body, and then take it down. Slowly come up. Lift the arms and the hands last with the gaze, and then exhale to slowly hover down. Now this time as you come up, let's take the head up high, sweep the arms up high, and then sweep the hands down to your all fours. Where we're going to roll straight into some cat-cow movement, inhaling to open out the chest, soften the belly down towards the mat. Exhale to suck in the tummy. Think about doming the back as you push with your hands. Inhale to arch the back. Belly softens down. Chest opens as you gaze forwards. And then exhale as you draw it back in. Suck in. Push with the hands. One more time. Moving with your breath. And really noticing how this feels, particularly in your spine. Hopefully it starts to loosen out. Let's come back to a neutral all fours position and then lift the knees off the ground. So you want to try and find strength in the feet and the hands to lift yourself up to your downward dog. So you want to think about sucking in the tummy as you lift your hips, lift the bum. Now as they go high, allow the forehead, the head, the crown of the head to drop down low. And then just take a bit of movement here, guys, whatever feels good for you. Pedaling feet is a nice one to go to first, just to bring some warmth to the calves and the hamstrings. Maybe you're going quick with it, or maybe you're going kind of slow. If there's any tension in the shoulders or your back, take some movement to try and ease, or just to kind of check in with where the body is at today. And then allow the face, the head to soften down towards the ground. Let's take an inhale and an exhale before lifting onto the tiptoes of your feet, bending your knees, and then stepping or jumping to the front of the mat. And then take a very slow uncurl from here. We're going to come to a standing pose. Think about a vertebrae, a bivertebrae, gently lifting up the crown of the head. When you get tall, lift your arms as well. Find some height. Gaze up to fingers. And let's take a forward fold, hinging at the hips. So you want to think chest to thighs. Bend the knees if that helps. And then in halfway lift. So hands to shins. Crown of the head goes long. Let's take the hands and the head down. A forward fold. Step. Notice fingers, let's spread them wide. And then drop the knees, the chest, the chin, all the way down to the mat. Take an inhale to find a cobra, pushing with the hands, lifting the chest, shoulders are relaxed. And then you can exhale back to your downward facing dog, taking your time with the movement. Similar moves, tiptoes of the feet, bend your knees, step or jump to the front. This time inhale to a halfway lift. So the hands to the shins, back is flat. Crown of the head goes long. Exhale, drop the chest to the thighs, forward fold. Gaze to the ceiling, reach high with the sides of your upper body, and then hands come to prayer. Let's take it down straight away, forward folding. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of the head goes long. Exhale, drop the hand. Fingers are wide, maybe gaze slightly forwards to lengthen spine, and then drop the knees, the chest, the chin, all the way down to the mat. Finding your cobra, lift up the chest, think heart leading the way, and you can suck in the tummy as you lift back up to your downward facing dog. Where this time, rather than a sun salutation type movement, we're just going to bring the body forwards to a high plank. Think about triggering that movement by coming onto your tiptoes first. Bum and hips go high, upper body stays where it is. You can gently ripple your body forwards, shoulders come above the wrists. From there, guys, drop the knees, the chest, the chin. Cobra, full inhale as the chest comes up, and then full exhale as you push back to your down dog. We're going to take the right leg high, guys. Use the inhale to start the movement. Keep the foot flex. Let's keep the hip square. Gaze forwards. Take a step in between the hands. If the foot doesn't quite make it, shuffle it through. And then drop your left knee. Breathe in to lift your arms up high, coming into a low lunge. Maybe make sure the right knee is above the right ankle. Let's think of scooping the chest forwards and up. Relax shoulders. And then sweep your hands down. Step back to your plank. And a gentle vinyasa again. Drop the knees, the chest, the chin. Full inhale, cobra. Shoulders are relaxed. Bum is squeezed. You can push back from there, downward facing dog. And we'll find the low lunge on the left side. Inhaling to lift leg. Hips are square. Right heel is drawn down. Gaze forward, step on through. Drop your right knee, breathe in to lift up your arms. Enjoy it, take your time with it, try not to rush. And then sweep the hands down with the exhale, step back to your plank. And again, we'll drop the knees, the chest, the chin. So gentle vinyasas, no chaturangas. Inhale to lift up the chest. Exhale to push back, downward facing dog. Take a moment in your downward dog just to look at your hands. Let's make sure the fingers are really wide. Hands shoulder width. Feet hip width. Suck in your tummy, relax your face. And then take an inhale to lift up the right leg. Again, keep the legs straight. Let's gaze forwards and take a step in between our hands. We'll find a high lunge this time, so left knee stays off the mat. Lifting up your arms, making sure your hips are square. Let's suck in the tummy, engage the core, and then open it out to your warrior two. So back foot will go down, right arm goes forwards, left arm goes behind you. Maybe check in the pose, right knee above the right ankle. Notice left foot. You want to think about the outside of it. Press down quite hard on it. Let's gaze over the right hand. We're going to flip the palm and reverse the warrior. Left hand, left thigh, right arm goes long, it goes high. Enjoy it. So really trying to accentuate the side stretch. Deep lunge into the right knee, gaze up to the right hand. Think of exhaling to cartwheeling your arms down to the ground. Step back softly, lightly to your plank, and then drop the knees, the chest, the chin. Full inhale, chest comes up, shoulders are relaxed. And then a full exhale as you push back, down dog. Using the inhale to lift your left leg, gaze forwards, try and step as lightly as you can, and then find strength in the feet to lift up the arms. Take a moment in your high lunge before opening it out. Back foot goes down. Let's open out the chest, let's relax the shoulders. We'll gaze over the left hand to flip the palm, reverse it. So maybe right hand is on the right thigh. Try not to head into a back bend here. We're focusing on a side stretch. Look up to the left hand, strong left quad. And again, move with your breath. So exhale to cartwheel, hands hit the mat, step back to your plank. Again, notice both heels, kick them away from you, back is domed. And let's drop the knees, the chest, the chin. Taking a full inhale, coming up to a cobra. And then taking a full exhale as you push back to your down dog, where we can lift the right leg up slowly. Think slow motion. Gaze forwards, take a step in between the hands, lift up the arms, high lunge, open it out, warrior two. So exactly the same moves. Gaze over right hand, flip it, and then reverse it before sweeping your right elbow to your right thigh. Let's take it to a side angle pose. The left arm goes long, And then find the strength just to sweep it back to your reverse warrior. So left hand, left thigh, right arm goes high. One more time, right elbow, right thigh, left arm goes long, and then sweep it back. So you're kind of hopefully enjoying that side stretch on both sides from the two different poses. Maybe look up to the left hand as it goes long, make sure your arm is straight. And then lower the left hand with control. Let's swivel onto the toes of the back foot, step back to our plank. Again, notice both heels, kick them away. Drop the knees, the chest, the chin. And then a full inhale, cobra. Full exhale, downward facing dog. Where we'll do the same thing on the left side. Raising the legs slowly. Gaze forward, step on through. Inhale to lift up the arms. Exhale, back foot goes down. Inhale to flip the palm, reverse it. And then exhale to sweep on through to your side angle on this side. Right arm is long. A breath in, sweep it back. And then a breath out, take it through. Enjoy both sides of the movement. And then hold it in your extended side angle, right arm is long. Think of your little toe here on your right foot. Let's try and press down quite hard on it before looking up to right hand. Lowering the hand, swiveling onto the toes of the back foot, and then stepping back lightly. A vinyasa, gentle. Drop the knees, chest, chin. Inhale, chest comes up, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, push back. Down dog. Where we can come onto the tiptoes of both our feet. Bend the knees. In fact, actually just keep the legs straight and we'll take some very small, very slight tiptoes towards our hands. So as you take each step, I want you to think about being really mindful about how the foot feels as you place it down. And then maybe when you come towards your hands, you can bend your knees quite a lot. And just allow your chest to kind of smother your thighs. So you can kind of go deeper into a forward fold by allowing the knees to bend. The crown. Allowing yourself to kind of lengthen your upper body. Maybe palm. Straighten out the left leg, twist to the left and raise the left arm. So maybe you want to look up to the left hand. Should hopefully be feeling it down the entire left side of your left leg. Let's do the same thing. So the left knee bends as the left hand goes down, twist to the right, look up to your right hand. And then maybe just one more time on each side. Go deep into it. And then once you've done two sides, two on both sides, let's uncurl slowly up to a standing pose. So allow your hands to feel really heavy, allow the head to feel heavy, relax the shoulders, and just come up real slow. Breathe. And then when you are come to a standing pose, lift the head up high, and then lift your arms up high as well. Enjoy finding a bit of length, stretch out the entirety of your body, maybe even look up to the fingers. You can play around with the balance here as well by coming onto the tiptoes of your feet, testing your focus. Gaze at one thing in your field of view. Notice your breath, smooth it out. And then lower your heels down onto the ground and place the hands on the lower back. We'll take a little back bend from here, so standing back bend. Fingers are on the bum. Bend your knees however much you need to. Let's soften them as we push the hips forwards, chest opens. Relax the shoulders. Maybe the gaze is forwards. Maybe you're looking up towards the sky, or maybe your head was going all the way behind you. Whatever feels good. Let's take some time here. Nice counterpose to all the kind of hunching over that we do. Hunching over our laptops, phones, food, bike, whatever it is. Let's counteract. And then slowly come back up. Before curling down, forward folding, just bend the knees and allow the chest, again, just to smother the thighs. Let's find some relief for our shoulders by sweeping the hands behind us, interlocking fingers, and then just taking the arms really high. Let them sweep, swing where they want to go. Might be nice to take a rock here. Take a swing from side to side. And notice how you're standing as well. If you're in your toes, bring the weight of the body back. If you're in your heels, take it forwards. Now let's drop the hands, bring the feet together. We're going to make sure that the big toes are touching, the ankles are touching, and the knees are touching. Chair pose from here. Bend your knees, drop the bum, sweep your arms up high. Now I suggest looking down at your feet and making sure you can see your toes. You may even want to test it by lifting all 10 toes off the ground. So we want the weight of the body into the heels of the feet. You can lift up the chest, maybe look at your little fingers, turn them in towards each other to broaden your back, your shoulders. Breathe. And then on your next exhale, let's think of forward folding. Drop the hands. Step back to your plank. Take it softly, take it slow. Gazing slightly forwards. Let's drop the knees, the chest, the chin. Think of digging elbows in as you hover down. Full inhale, cobra. And just hold it here for a moment. Think of stretching out the core, the tummy. Maybe have a little play around with looking from side to side. Maybe roll the shoulders out. Whatever feels good for you. And then we'll push back to a child's pose. And just hold it in your child's pose for a moment. Notice how this one feels compared to the beginning of the class. Perhaps close your eyes. Time just to kind of check in with how you're feeling. And to smooth and to slow your body down. And we'll come up towards our downward dog, sucking in the tummy, maybe taking a pedal of the feet again before taking a slow step forwards. Maybe a jump if you want to. Whatever you're going to do, think of crossing your feet and ending up sitting on the bum, crossing your legs. Well, we'll take a couple of forward folds. So you can think of bringing the feet together. Maybe grab hold of the tops of the feet. Have a play around with the knees. You may want to get the butterfly wings out by flapping. Moving the knees up and down. Think about a tall, long spine if you're there. Before you forward fold. So think of hinging at your hips. Think of back and neck staying kind of flat and long. Perhaps gazing slightly forwards rather than looking down and curving your back and your neck. It might be nice just to close your eyes and tune into what's going on? Where are the sensations? Where are you feeling it in the pose? Before coming back up slowly. Let's cross the feet and we'll take a forward fold again. This time I suggest just walking the hands out as long as you can go or as far as you can go. And then again, think of gazing slightly forwards to encourage that kind of flat back and neck. Sitting bones, keep them rooted. Breathe slowly. And then come back up. And we'll straighten out the legs. For our final forward fold, point your toes to the ceiling. Maybe bend your knees quite a lot if you feel you have to, or if you feel you need to, if it's going to help. And we'll hinge at the hips. Bending your knees in order to help kind of lengthen the back and the neck. So don't feel like you have to kind of try and get straight legs. We want to try and find space in the spine. Breathing slowly. Again, just tuning into how this feels for you before uncurling. And we'll take it down onto our backs. So extend your arms, hover down. And as the back of the head lands on the ground, let's lift the right leg up to the ceiling. Flex both of your feet. Grab hold of your right thigh or your right calf, or maybe even your toes. Some of you may want to grab the toes. Whatever you've got, let's draw the leg in towards the face. I suggest keeping the back and the head down. If you want to go into it deeper, lifting the chest and the head, just try and make sure your shoulders are kind of relaxed. Take a few breaths wherever you are. Again, tune into how it feels. Where do you feel it? Before lowering the legs slowly and softly, we'll do the same thing with the left leg. Take it up high. Grab thigh, grab calf, flex both your feet. Think of quads being quite active. Maybe even not kind of locking out your knee. Breathe slowly. No tension in the face. Try not to push it too far. And then gently lower your leg before bringing both knees up to the chest. And we're going to find a happy baby by grabbing the insides of the thighs and lifting the feet up high. Soles of the feet parallel to the ceiling. You can grab hold of the insides of your thighs or maybe the insides of your feet. Wherever you are, just a gentle draw down of whatever you are holding to go just a little bit deeper into it. Notice lower back whilst you're there. Try and keep it rooted to the mat. And then feel free to kind of play around with getting the legs out wider. So you can grab your big toes, straighten one leg. Might feel good. Bring it back in, straighten the other. And then maybe do both at the same time. Close your eyes if you're there. Take a couple of deep breaths into whatever is going on inside your legs. And before releasing and bringing the knees back into the chest, well, we'll wrap our arms around our legs and we can squeeze. Pose. We're dropping the body. We're coming into our relaxation, a place where you can completely let go of your body. So I suggest kind of shuffling or coming into a place that where you can keep your body still just for a minute or two. Get comfortable. Softly close the eyes. Just for a moment, allow your legs to feel really heavy. Completely let go of your arms and your hands, softening the face, relax shoulders, and just allow the entirety of your body to sink a little bit further into the mat, particularly each time you exhale. So there's a softening as you breathe out. Just enjoying a bit of stillness and a bit of time for your body to catch up. Starting to deepen your breath. Allowing your awareness to creep back into the backs of your legs and arms. Maybe bring some gentle movement into your fingers and toes. And then perhaps some time just to kind of take any stretches or movement that feels good for you. Full body stretch, maybe arms going above the head. Reach long, fingers, reach long with your toes as well. And then let's just take care as we come out of our Shavasana pose. Take it slow, rolling to one side and then gently lifting yourself back up to your seated position, where we will hold it just for a moment, get into a comfortable place. Maybe you can close your eyes. And this might be the only time today when you are able just to take a moment to pay really close attention to how your body is feeling right now. Maybe the only time today when you can pay really close attention to where your head is at. Where is your mind? How does it feel? Is there a lightness or is there a heaviness? Does it feel busy or does it feel calm? And also the only time today when you can just pay close attention to your breath. Before we finish, before we close, take the time to thank yourself for making the effort today. Thank you for letting me guide you through the practice. And perhaps, especially if you're kind of practicing first thing in the morning, maybe a little look ahead towards your day and just having a little think about what you want to bring to it, what kind of, in what kind of way you want to play the day. And a final breath in to lift the arms, and as you exhale, let's gently bow, let's close, let's seal the practice. Namaste. Nice one, guys. As always, any questions, give me a shout. I'm always here to help. Take it easy. Have a good one.